RowingTalks 2012. I really appreciate the time and effort and energy you put to get down here. It's a great compliment to your desire to become a better coach. Before we get into some of the specifics about how today will go, I'd like to introduce Dr. Bryan Matthews. Now, Bryan is my boss. He's the athletic director here. He's also a great advocate for our sport. He's talked at many conventions over the last 10 years. He was up in Hartford just a little while ago. And just before we started, Bryan left me with these words of wisdom. If this goes really, really well, then he gets the credit. And if it doesn't, it's on me. So without further ado, Bryan Matthews.
Thank you, Mike. That is true. That's the way it always works for all of our sports. Welcome. And we really are glad that you're here today for several reasons. One is, I think Mike and his staff, and I know because I watched them all year long, put an awful lot of effort into trying to make this a valuable day for you so that it's worthwhile for your time. And I really think you will find, and hopefully you will, that this was well worth the trip here and your day here. And I think you'll find that. As somebody who doesn't know a lot about your sport, but I really, really think it's a valuable part of our athletic department. We have, for us, a large proportion of our student athletes, relatively speaking, that are rowers. Both our men's and women's teams are 30, 40 student athletes on each team going down to the water every day. So literally sometimes we have 10% of our student population between rowing and sailing and recreation down at the waterfront. That's an important piece for us. Our rowers are some of our best students, which is probably not a surprise on a lot of campuses. So they help our GPA for our overall athletic department, and they work very hard, and they've had a lot of success. So we're very proud of that, and we have a long history of rowing here at Washington College, and we like it. We want to keep going with it. I also might suggest to you that hopefully today you take a little bit of a look around and learn a little bit about Washington College. We love the opportunity to share our campus with visitors. And a lot of you may coach high school students who are looking for a home. And this might be a perfect landing for some of your rowers. We are the 10th oldest college in America, which puts us in rare company, 1782. And yes, George Washington really was on our first board of governors, and he really did lend his name to Washington College. We are a true liberal arts college. A couple of things. We have the largest creative John Leakley, certainly weekly, working with architects. We are in the final developing down where our boathouse currently is. This is a very exciting project for us. As you know, you don't build athletic facilities every year. You don't build a boathouse very often. We'll do it one time. And we want to do it right. We think it's going to be a wonderful facility. We know it's going to be a wonderful facility down there. It takes time, but I'm used to it with about 3 or 4 different projects we've been involved in, and the horse has left the barn. Once you're at the stage of working with architects and finalizing drawings, then the dream starts to come together in something you can visualize. Then we go out and we raise money for it, and then we dig and we build. And that process is well underway, and that's going to be a wonderful addition for our rowing and sailing and our entire campus. And it's very exciting, so that we hope in a couple of years you may or may not be sitting here. You may be sitting down looking over the Chester River while we have this conversation. So we're very glad to have you here today. Hope you have a great experience, and any questions you have about Washington College, please don't hesitate to ask. So thanks for coming.